So, how do you actually facilitate help on the day to day with these people?
Yeah, again, there's very clear guidelines across the industry and how we need to help customers that are in these situations. The first is the much more strict timelines now around reimbursement for customers that have fallen victim. So when the rules changed a year ago in October now, so October 2024, it brought in much stricter timelines and the time that we've got to evaluate cases, the time that we have to refund
Right.
cases and make decisions on them. And I think there's then two outcomes. Customer gets a refund. Financially, they're fine, but socially, psychologically, how do we support them? And that's one element. And then you've got customers who might not get a refund. Now, that doesn't mean to say that your obligation to that customer
Mm.
stops there. You've still got to do what you can to help them. And that's where our specialist teams of kind of vulnerable customer support would come in, because at that point they are situationally vulnerable.
Mm.
Again, even more so than being the victim of a
Yeah.
scam, but they now potentially are in a financial vulnerability situation and we need to help them with that. So again, we have specialist teams across the industry and we would signpost to charities that might be able to support our other locations as well.
Mm.
It all really depends on individual customer circumstances and what's going on. We obviously always want to do everything we can to protect customers that are in these situations.
Yeah.
And that's both from pointing them somewhere that can help them from a psychological effects perspective, but as well from a monetary perspective and what that might mean. I think
Mm.
the good news is that with the change in the rules, more and more customers are getting reimbursed
Yep.
because, you know, yes, in a lot of these scenarios, they will have made the payments, but these are very, very sophisticated scams that as an industry we need to recognise are not
Yes.
easy to detect. And I think we've done that with the new rules.